It's Dustin over at True Protection with a quick video on how to create users for locks, but not necessarily for anything else. We get some phone calls sometimes where people want to give users access only to their locks that may be on like a shed or something like that on it, but they don't want them to have access to the security panel. So for those, everything as far as codes we want going through alarm.com because it is an automation type system, and so anything that is not in alarm.com will eventually be deleted out of the lock itself. So if you were to learn a code into the lock and that code wasn't in the alarm.com system, alarm.com will delete that code out of the lock eventually. In order to do this, what we'll do is go into users, just like we're going to create a user. So we'll tap more and then users. We'll wait for that to populate and it'll show us all of our current users here. And then we'll continue on from there. So once we have our current users, right now we just have the primary user, so we'll create a new user. We'll call this one True Demo User 1. Then we'll tap Create up here at the top. Now on the second screen, just how we created a user in a different video and gave them access to everything, this time we're going to restrict it. So let's say the side door is what we want them to have access to. We'll tap on the side door. We'll leave the panel and the front door off, and then again we can either generate a code or we can type in a code. If they already know a code that they want, then we can type that in. Once we have that done, then we're going to tap on Save up here at the top. That'll bring us to our user screen, so it'll tell us our user's name, the code that we selected. It'll have synchronizing devices, and then you see here in the middle it has panels, no access, and locks, only the side door. It doesn't have access to all locks, and then again it has access at all times. So if you want to restrict the schedule, you can do that by coming in, selecting the days that you want them to have access, selecting the times that you want them to have access, things like that. And then you'll be able to do that. Temporary access, same thing. So if you want them to have access for a certain amount of time, then you'll put in a start time and an end time here on that. We're going to leave it on all times for now. Hit save. Come back to this screen, and then if we go back to users, then we see it still has the synchronizing icon there on the right hand side next to our True Demo User 1. Again, it will take about 5 minutes or so for this to push from alarm.com over to your security panel. Once that happens, then the synchronize icon that you see there on the right will be gone, and when that is gone, then that means that code is learned into the device that we sent it to learn into. And that is how you'll add users to individual items on your security system through alarm.com. Thanks for watching.